Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to the Star in the Lantern Tarot. Well, it looks like the latency and lagging may be fixed, but let's see here. I'm going to bring you guys up on the computer. Sorry for dropping out. Just wanted to, once I start bringing that up, that's when I have a problem. All right. So it looks like I may have to bring this up on the other computer, but that's all right. Let's see here. So we won't do that. Alright, hang on. Now I know the problem. Now I know the problem. Alright. So let me just bring you guys up on the laptop. Alright. So I can't have YouTube running at the same time this is running. And that's why I'm getting that lag. Alright. I think we got it figured out. Now I gotta find you on my phone. Alright. I think we got it figured out. Mm-mm. Skip that. Is this better? No, is this better? Can you guys see me better? No, it's a podcast today. We always do a podcast on Friday, but I had to babysit, yesterday, so we're just doing a podcast. It was supposed to be podcast Friday. So, is this much better? All right. You guys, better? Ooh, now is this better? Let me see. I gotta mute that. Can you guys see me better? Hang on. No, it's a podcast today. We always do a podcast on Friday, but I had babysit. Yesterday. I ain't gonna be able to turn it down. All right, hang on. Mute. It's supposed to be podcast Friday. Alright, so pretend like you guys can hear my computer talking, because I can't mute it. There. Now I can. Alright. Much better. Alright, much better. It's podcast. Yes. It's podcast today. Hello, hello. Looks like the picture's pretty good. Alright. So I flipped the screen. Can you guys now read this? Can you read that? I flipped the screen here. Can you guys read this the subscribe? Probably be lagging pretty good. Can you guys read the sign? Yeah, okay, you can. Because I had to flip my screen. So, yeah. Alright. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. No, you can't. It's flipped, mirrored. Alright, hang on. It shouldn't be. It should be flipped. One moment. Let me see here. I don't know if I can do this live. No, I can't do it live. Alright, I gotta remember to... I know you guys know what it says, but it should be flipped because, the last time I was doing this, you guys, everything was backwards. So I flipped it. So It should be flipped. See, that's the wrong way. And that's the right way for you. So it should be flipped. I don't know. No, that's the right way. Let me flip it again. One moment. Hang on. Just figuring this stuff out. Hang on, guys. Okay. Yeah, I know you guys are used to it being opposite. How is this? No, we are going to get this figured out. I know it lags. I know it lags, but we got to get this figured out. All right. So, okay, right now, is it the right way? It's or the wrong way? You can read it, or now is it backwards? No, I want it the right way, Tamalina. Be patient. Be patient. I want it the right way because I'm going to hang more stuff up. And you need to be able to read it if I'm going to hang more stuff up. So I want you guys to tell me, can you read it? And don't say yes because you can read backwards. I mean, when you're looking at it, can you see it the right way? All right? I may need to. All right. Is my top thumb cut off? It is. My top thumb is cut off. All right. We got to get this right, guys, or this is going to drive me nuts. Maybe I need to put my. Hang on. Kind of hard to see. Font is small. Well, you guys know. Sorry. You know what the thumbs up is. You guys know what that means. It doesn't matter if that's small or not. You guys know what a thumbs up means. That says, sorry, that's I'm opposite now. That says subscribe. You know what that is. So I mean, it shouldn't be. It's not that hard for you guys. So okay, all right. It's got to be right, guys. All right. So hello, welcome to your podcast. Let's get your zodiac for the week, shall we? I'm gonna get your zodiac for the week. All right. Hmm, Here we go. All right, let's get your forecast, your astrology forecast for the week. All right. All right, let's start with Aries, of course. All right. All right, Aries, this is from March 17th through March 23rd. All right. It says relationships might not be able to go the distance when Juno goes into retrograde in your expansion zone on Wednesday. All right. There could be a major divide between you and your lover over the next few months. Whether this distance is physical, sorry, hang on. All right, whether this distance is physical or emotional, someone might have a wandering eye. All right. So it says your season officially begins when the sun enters your sign on Thursday, ushering us into spring. Get out of hibernation and take the lead in your life over the next few weeks. Life might be chaotic, Aries, but you'll have the confidence that it takes. to take on anything that comes your way. All right. That was for Aries. All right. Up next, going to be Taurus. March 17th through March 23rd for Taurus. All right. Says Venus is already retrograde, so this could be a rocky season for relationships when Juno goes into retrograde in your transformation zone. There's a strong possibility of jealousy and bonds being broken. You might have to leave someone behind if they can't get on the same level as you. Start the new season with some serious spring cleaning when the sun enters Aries in your subconscious zone. It's time to banish all the chaos from your life and focus on what's truly important. You might have to purify your life with fire to burn away the negativity. All right. Gemini. Gemini, March 17th through March 23rd. All right. It says spring could be an end to your relationship when Juno goes into retrograde in your partnership zone. The next several weeks could bring fiery conflicts and misunderstandings when you can't agree on anything. Consider staying single while you figure yourself out. Fortunately, after a long hibernation, you're eager to dust off your social calendar when the sun enters Aries on your social zone. Even with the retrogrades, you can boldly go on adventures and make new friends. Get passionate about social causes, Gemini, and have people join you in your fights. All right. Up next, it's going to be Cancer. Cancer. All right, Cancer. The start of the week could be sour when Juno goes into retrograde in your productivity zone. Healthy relationships can easily become toxic thanks to unproductive communication and selfish lovers. Don't get sucked into negative energy, Cancer. It's pretty draining to always be the caretaker. If you've been lazy about your 2025 resolutions, you'll have another opportunity to work on them when the sun enters Aries in your ambition zone. Your deepest ambitions will be fueled with new fire as you tackle your goals with determination. It could boost your reputation. All right, that's for Cancer. Up next, Leo. Rawr. All right, Leo. Leo, March 17th through March 23rd. The grass is always green on the other side of the fence. At least that's the vibe when Juno goes into retrograde in your pleasure zone. While it's tempting to start the spring footloose and fancy free, don't throw away a good thing because you're bored. Leo. After a long winter of hibernation, you're ready to pack your bags and get moving when the sun enters Aries in your expansion zone. Even with the retrogrades, this is a great time to boldly go on adventures and make new discoveries. Be open to anything that comes your way. All right. That was for Leo. Up next, Virgo. Virgo, March 17th through March 23. Home might not be where the heart is over the next several weeks when Juno goes into retrograde in your family zone. The strong support system you've built could be torn apart by doubt and jealousy. There's plenty of conflict in your domestic affairs as you feel a strong pull to wander from home. Remember that ties that keep you rooted in love, Virgo. Spring officially begins when the sun enters Aries and your transformation zone on Thursday. The next few weeks will bring plenty of changes to your life as the seasons change. Make some major moves and go through an emotional rebirth. Shed your old skin and prepare for bright beginnings. All right, that was for Virgo. Up next, Libra. You guys doing okay? You can hear me okay? All right. March 17th through March 23rd. A thoughtless word could easily spin your life out of control when Juno goes into retrograde in your communication zone. So watch what you say over the next several weeks. While it's easy to jump to conclusions, Libra, that's how you get your exercise, right? Jumping to conclusions. All right, just kidding. You could break a few hearts, including your own. If you let jealousy take over, remember to think before you snoop. All right, fortunately, love is about to bloom when the sun enters Aries and your partnership zone. Even with multiple retrogrades, partnerships can thrive with some care. This is a great time to start a relationship or add new fire to the current one. Make love, not war. All right, up next, Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, Scorp. March 17th through March 23rd, the green-eyed monster could wreak havoc in your life over the next several weeks once Juno goes into retrograde in your value zone. Jealousy can easily ruin the most solid of relationships. While it's important to value your partnership, don't grow so attached that it consumes you. Happy Astrology New Year. If you've set your 2025 resolutions lately, you'll have the opportunity to restart them when the sun enters Aries in your productivity zone. Get ready to tackle your goals and watch your dreams bloom this season. You got this, Scorpio. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius from March 17th through March 23rd. In the season of retrogrades, you might have a difficult time putting we before me. Juno goes retrograde in your sign on Wednesday. Over the next several weeks, you'll have a strong urge to look out to find your bliss. Sagittarius. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. Candy corn. All right, candy corns, March 17th through March 23rd. Get ready for some rocky times in your relationship as Juno goes into retrograde in your subconscious zone. With two romantic planets in retrograde, you might want to consider staying single and focusing on yourself and your inner healing. Otherwise, you could be drained of energy vampires. Good luck. Spring arrives this week and you'll be feeling like a homebody when Sun enters Aries in your family zone. This is a great time to put down roots like settling down, or starting for expanding your family. Knocking somebody else up, getting married, that sort of shit. Put your passion into building your dream life this season. You got this, candy corn. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius, March 17th through March 23rd. There could be some trouble brewing in your friend zone. When Juno goes into retrograde in your social zone. Over the next several weeks, jealousy and anger could cause major issues. Loyalties may be tested as you discover who your real friends are. There's a Ten of Swords right there. As the snow melts away, spring gives you the gift of gab when the sun enters Aries in your communication zone. As the weather gets warmer, you're eager to test innovative ideas despite all the current retrogrades. Take it slowly and try writing down those ideas before you get carried away. All right. And last but not least, Pisces. Pisces. All right, Pisces, March 17th through March 23rd. All right, the next several weeks could cause some tension in your life when Juno goes into retrograde in your career zone. Uh, you all want to get ahead, so you might get into power struggles as working relationships get tense. While it's tempting to go solo, Pisces, don't give up on people who've helped you out at this point. Spring is here and your self-esteem is about to bloom when the sun enters Aries in your value zone. This is a great time to plant the seeds of self-worth as you work hard to make your dreams come true. Be bold and go after what you want. All right. So there is your astrology for next week. All right. So thank you for that. All right. All right. Let me do this. Let me scoot that over. Okay. So today we are going to go over your human design and your gene keys. Now, this is like the birth chart where you have to know the time that you're born, or at least plug something in that you feel if you don't know. All right. Um so yeah, all right. Let me put this up because if you guys have any questions, I'm definitely gonna miss it if I don't have my tablet up right. All right, hang on just for a second. That. All right, hang on, guys. I need to get some clips, but I'm like where I can, you guys, where I look, where it looks like I'm looking at you and not here and there and over here and up there and down here. Crazy, ain't it? All right. All right. So, all right. The human design. I take one moment. Let's see what. Let me see what the definition of your human design. What is the human design chart? Let me just define it for you first. A human design chart, also known as the body graph, is a system that analyzes an individual's energetic blueprint based on their birth date, time, and place, drawing from astrology, the I Ching, and other esoteric systems to reveal their unique energy type, strengths, and potentials. All right. So, um, you can go to, it's called myhumandesign.com. All right. Myhumandesign.com. All right. Myhumandesign.com. So what you're going to do is you're going to get in there and you're going to answer the questions. It'll say your name, it'll say where you're born, um time, it'll want the city that you're born in, and then that should give you your human design. Okay. Um let's see. Hang on. Let me go here. It's okay. So I'm my body, my human design, I'm a generator. All right, I'm a generator. It says people who are here to lift the energy of the world. And when I looked into that, that is exactly what it said. That the generators are the ones to show the other people the way shower. Once again, I can't get out of that. All right. But there is the way I make decisions is sacral, listening to my gut. It'll break down. It'll let's see here. I wish I could show it to you. Should I see if I can share my screen? All right. My profile is 5-1 the challenge solver. All right. My strategy is responding. Um, if I'm not living to my highest potential, my thing that knocks me down is frustration. That's probably true. So anyway, and it goes over your gifts. It says, sign that shows that you're living your design is satisfaction. All right. There are two different distinct voices inside your system. So I'm a split definition. My strongest sense is outer vision. So my environment is markets, places where there are people coming together to work, whether it's literal or virtual. You thrive in the activity of a group with common direction. So that's probably why this channel, um, why I'm able to help you with this channel. So anyway, it's called myhumandesign.com. So if you guys want to look at that, 16 charts in the Vedic astrology. Yes. It gives you a design and then it gives you your personality. Do you guys want me to see if I can share my screen? Or maybe I can bring it up here. Hang on. So hang on. I can also show you here. It'll look like this. One moment. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, hang on. So your human design chart will look like this. Let me bring it up. You tell Mercury's in retrograde. It's fucking shit. Slower than ass. Here, let me switch that around so you don't get the cracks. Oh, Clara cracked the screen. Anyway, your human design is going, to look like this, alright? And it'll break down, alright? How you think, why you think it, alright? How you think, why you think it. Yeah, I know, Cricket, sorry. Because I can't see in front of me, so I don't know what I'm showing you. Alright, that's what your human design chart's gonna look like. And you can click on the numbers. You can click on those numbers. Sorry. Here, maybe I want to go this way. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, you can see how you got numbers and stuff beside those. So you can click on those numbers, or you can even, if you don't want to buy the chart, all you have to do is just Google that. Just Google what those are, and you'll have a specific one for everyone. But see how that's you in your body? So this also goes along with your birth chart, all right? And it'll tell you your life force. Like I said, my type is a generator. I think there's like 6 types. I think. So if you guys want to, I don't know if you guys are like looking that up, and because nobody's in chat now. Mine says the projector. Yeah, did you see what that was? What is the projector? What does that mean? What does that mean for you? And is that correct? Do you feel like that's correct? So, I mean, are you guys looking it up, or are you guys just hanging out? So the other one that will help you is called Gene Keys. All right. And that is genekeys.com. And you can have a free profile. And once again, if you want to know like what you're looking at, that's all you got to do is if you don't want to, remember, if you don't want to buy their information, you can always individually look something up if you're curious about it. All right. Gene Keys. And it will look like. So it says, my deepest purpose in life is to manifest the gift of simplicity. And that really is me. To realize my purpose, I need to transform the shadow of complexity. Right? and I'm a genius in that one. In love, it says, in relationships, my greatest challenge is to transform the shadow of inadequacy into the gift of resourcefulness. The highest expression of my heart is beauty. And in prosperity, it says, I unlock my prosperity through my gift of freshness. I undermine my prosperity through the shadow of entropy, entropy, and I thrive in the position of leadership or influence. That is true. All right. My life works is I'm what I'm here to do. It says, of all the people, you are the greatest potential guides of others. And so, yep, it's probably why I'm doing what I'm doing, right? So, it says one of your challenges in life is to step up as a leader. And that's probably really, really true. And I'll tell you why, is because I always think that leader positions are just high-end babysitting jobs. Therefore, I will never take a leader position. But I guess I'm supposed to be. Quick question, I'm here on my burner phone. How much is the cost of the human design one? Well, that one looks like no, that one. Let me see. I don't know. Hang on. I don't have a gosh damn it. Why are you doing that? I don't have a price on that, Irene. I don't have a price on that. You'll just have to look it up. If you have access to a library, all the libraries have computers now, and you can get on the computer for free. You don't have to pay to be on the computer. If you want to look this shit up, you can even print it out. I think it's like 25 cents a page if you want to take this shit home. So, just guess? I can't. I cannot just guess. Um, Hang on. Let me click let me click the hamburger here, see if it'll give me. It has an app. I don't know. Says the app. Hang on. Yeah, I don't. Irene, it doesn't tell me. It just took me back to where I have to put all the information back in again. Projector is the seer. I like that. I like that. So it looks like the first part of the triangle is your inspiration. The second part is ideas. Your throat chakra is communication. Yeah, it is definitely about the chakras. Yep. You got G center, and then you got ego. You got love and direction, instinct, desire, pressure, and emotions. I don't know. No, you're fine. You're fine. It doesn't really have it doesn't have a price. You just have to go there, put in your information, see what it says, and then there'll be something that will pop up for you and tell you that if you want to buy it or if you want to blah blah blah. So, I don't know. Normally stuff like this, it can be pretty spendy, anywhere from 20 to 50 bucks or more. I mean, I've seen some high-end charts like over 100 bucks. So, you know what I mean? I didn't get the app, I just Googled it. Yeah, well, I told you guys where to go. The first one is myhumandesign.com. And the second one is genekeys.com. Gene Keys. And they say if you put all three of these together, birth chart, your human design, and your gene keys, then you can have a full understanding of what makes you you, like down to the bare bones. So, all right, down to the bare bones. Hello, Nana. Here says a seer. Is there anybody that did it while online? Did you guys get different things? The journey to self-elimination is the gene keys. So, both of these are .coms. GeneKeys.com free profile and MyHumanDesign.com free profile. They're both free. They don't cost you anything. Like I said, if you don't want to buy the report, then just Google what that means beside your body chart. So that's all you got to do. All right. All. Let's see. Yeah, the Gene Keys is a personalized map of your inner being. It shows you the archetypal patterns that block the natural manifestation of your genius, of your genius. So there's also videos about how to read it, how to read your gene keys. All right. Your Jane Keys. Gene keys. All right. Your brain's on Benadryl. And where is everybody today? You guys have any questions or any questions outside of what we're doing? Anything? Did anybody besides Tamalina look up the chart? Or are you guys all just reading now? Yep. Eugene Keith says genius, love, prosperity. Now read beside it. What do you think of cusps? I think cusp has the best of both worlds. Literally. A cuspy baby has a lot of things from one sign and a lot of things of the other sign. I mean, it's almost like double the trouble, double the fun. So I have a lot of cuspers in my family. I am not one, but let me see here. My youngest one, Haley, is a cusp, and I think I have like 3 or 4 grandbabies that are cuspers. So, and if you don't know what a cusp is, it's when your zodiac sign, if you're born anywhere from 1 month around the 18th to another month around the 22nd, you're considered a cusper. So if you're born like February 19th, you're considered a Aquarius. Pisces cusp. So if your birthday falls on from the 18th to the 22nd in any month, you're considered a cusp, which means you can either look at one sign or you can look at the other to get whatever. But like I said, cuspies get the best of both or the worst of both. So Aries Taurus, I don't know if I'd want that. Honestly, I don't know if I'd want that cusp because Aries are very bold, brass. Look at me, look at me. And Taurus is very money oriented. So I would imagine like you would be great in a boss position because you are an Aries Taurus cusp. Any kind of boss position you would probably excel at. All right, Irene. Besides the activation Venus pearls, it says activation Venus pearls. Like I said, I don't know what that means. You'll have to Google what Venus pearls are. I don't know. I don't know. Venus pearls. Where did you find Venus pearls? Did you guys see this big the if you have if you're doing this, all right? If you're doing this, let me see here. Light, camera, action. I'm going to oh, my finger's over it, that's why. Alright, let's alright. Let me get out of that. Gallery. It'll give you a breakdown like this. Alright. Let's see. It'll give you a breakdown. Hang on. Like this, and it'll tell you a bunch of stuff about you. Alright? This is about your wisdom, your epiphany, your being, your innocence, your invincibility, your quintessence. Alright? Your virtue, your beauty, your majesty, your empathy, your life work. I see the pearl right there. Mine's got pearl, majesty, strength, force, line 4, charity. So anyway, yeah. So it breaks this down. This is the chart, but then it breaks down what those are when you see it. So anyway, you're supposed to implement all of this. All right, you're supposed to mint all of this. It even gives you a key audio here. Life's work audio. It even gives you a key audio. I like that. Ooh, so here's a thing. I don't know. The Golden Path. Step by step guide for your profile. Oh, maybe that's theirs. Okay. Yeah, what does it say? I wonder if you could make that like, you know how I just showed you that chart? Well, I guess it would be everybody's though. Yeah. So, huh. Did your chart look the same, Timalina? Did your chart look the same as mine as far as like the design of it, Timalina? Do you know what I mean? Like, is that what your chart also looks like with just different words, Timalina? That's the same one. What's the website to look that up? Sniper, that is called genekeys.com. All right, genekeys.com. And the other one is myhumandesign.com. No spaces. No spaces with any of that. All lowercase. All right, myhumandesign.com and genekeys.com. No spaces. You're welcome. You are so welcome. Um, so can you guys hear me okay? Or do you think that I need to have an external microphone? I just wanted to know. And is the video quality okay? Because, like, on the computer, it's shit, but on my phone, it looks pretty good. Even myself out. Looks pretty good on the phone. So how is the quality? And how is the quality of voice? You guys can hear me good? Yay, nay? Looks okay on my cell phone? Yeah, looks okay on my cell phone too. You used to call me on my cell phone. No, is there any questions? Anybody has any questions or don't give a shit or okay? I was just reading. All right. Well, there's only like 7 of us in here or 5. There's only a few of us in here, so I mean, I'm not gonna stick around very much longer. I just wanted to give you guys those charts because I thought it would be very important for you guys to have that information. It will help you a lot. So, and it says the 63rd gene key. Um, where'd you find that at? I'm gene key 13, gene key 7, gene key 43. Like, I have different gene keys. Like, my life's work is something, and then my evolution is something, and then my radiance, what keeps me healthy, is something. Profound need for solitude and silence in your life. How accurate. My purpose is something what deeply fulfills me. You have a wonderful purpose for being in the world to leave it tidier than you found it. And yeah. My pearl is 34.4. Culture is 1.5. SQ something 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 something. You can slide this. Yeah, there's a bar that you can slide underneath the overview. There's a bar that you can slide. Your Venus. That's pretty cool. So let's go off of some more chakras or something. Click to begin my journey. So I guess if you click to begin your journey, probably has a breakdown of your chart. So two, but I got one audio, the 63rd one. Oh, my audio was 13th, Gene Key Audio. Oh, I got the 13th one. So it must mean something. I don't know. It says learn more about Gene Key Audios. Just click that. Figure out what's going on here. Mm, 64 ways. There's 64 different audios. So I guess you have to purchase some of that. I don't know. Or it probably gives you like a little snippet if you want the whole thing or something like that. It'll probably say something like buy it at blah blah blah.com or something. Does it mean three numbers are your strongest ones? I don't know, Tamalina. I just wanted to show you the chart. I really haven't delved into it anymore. I don't know. I would say your life work, evolution, purpose, and radiance on the outside would probably be the strongest ones, but I really don't know. Yeah, that's what it gives you. My life's work, my evolution, my radiance, my purpose. So it's the around that, the will. So I would say those are probably the most important ones. Yeah, you can ask me a question. Absolutely. Yep. Why we always do podcasts for you guys to ask me a question. I used to call it on myself. Irene, Wendy, I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna go do some research. Thank you for putting me in the right direction. Yep, not a problem, Irene. You know, anytime I have any kind of important information, I'm always gonna pass it on to you guys. That's what I'm here for. What is it? What does retro Mars in birth chart mean? Let's look. One moment. What does retro Mars mean in a birth chart? In a birth chart, the retro Mars signifies a potential for internalized or reserved energy, challenges in assertiveness, or a need for introspection regarding action, motivation, and conflict resolution. So you may have difficulty in expressing anger or having strong reactions that simmer beneath the surface, which means you don't have a healthy outlet when you're mad. All right. Individuals with this placement may struggle with self-starting, initiating projects, or taking the lead, and may find it difficult to stand up for themselves. Retrograde Mars encourages reflection before taking action, focusing on the why behind goals and the desires rather than just what. Right. Creative expression. There's an opportunity to find creative ways to express yourself physically, such as through art, channeling energy, and the unusual but effective areas. Your timing may be off, and individuals may come on too strong or too shy. Patience and understanding the right moment to act are important. Some astrologers believe that a retrograde Mars indicates unfinished business related to martial aspects of behavior from a past life. When a planet is retrograde, its influences is considered stronger, potentially making the challenge and opportunities associated with Mars more pronounced. While it can present challenges, a retro Mars can also offer hidden strengths, such as introspection, wisdom, and unique perspectives. So, well, you'd have to combine that with your sixth house. Sixth house would be one momento. I'll just look it up. Everything's on my cardboard with my houses. Hang on. Sixth house. This is the house of health and service. Relates to daily routines, work, health, and service to others, reflecting how we approach our daily lives, work environment, and physical well-being. So it's your daily routines, your work environment, and service to others. So all of that would be, what did you say? Virgo. Let's see. Hang on. Let's do sixth house Virgo. Hang on. In a Virgo placement in the sixth house, often called the house of work, health, or service, right, emphasizes a focus on practical skills, detail-oriented tasks, and a strong work ethic, with a tendency towards health and wellness. So basically, Virgos are known for being detail-oriented, analytical, and practical. So also in your sixth house of work. So you're very probably detail-oriented in work, all right, analytical in work, all right. And then your health, a strong interest in maintaining physical and mental well-being, and a desire to contribute to the community through their work or volunteer efforts. No, and that's not too bad. No, I could think of worse placements. Like Mars in your Aries. That would be bad. Mars in your Aries in the second house of self or something. Yeah, I could think of worse. All right. Is there any other questions? It doesn't look like there's very many people here, so which is fine. It is Saturday night. Probably most people are out partying. It's weird, it's the opposite. This is my left hand, but to you it probably looks like my right. Moon in ninth, Jupiter, Mercury. You're pretty good, you'd say. Well, of course. I mean, if you're not a bad person, then all of that's pretty good, I would say. So, yeah. Alright, is there any other questions? Is there any other... don't understand any of it? Well, you're going to have to read it. And like I said, if you don't understand it, then Google what it says. Say, like, you would probably do, like, Gene Keys, life work 13.5. And I'm pretty sure Google would give you the answer to that. All right. Or you want to put Gene Keys Pearl 34.4. And it would probably give you the whatever. So whatever you're confused about, I'm pretty sure Google can help you with that, Rick. Or I'm sorry, and even with human design. All right. If you really don't know what the hell you're looking at, just Google it. I don't have it brought up because I got out of it. And it should break it down though for you, honestly. You should have some breakdowns. So, Rick, you should have some breakdown of your if you keep looking. Just new Chrome available. You can I like I said, I'm pretty sure you can Google any of this and look it up. I'm pretty sure. Because I think that's planetary alignment too. If Rick, if you look at your design, that first one would be the sun. I'm not sure about the bullseye one, and then that's your south node, your north node, and that's your moon, and then the next one. All of those is actually just planetary alignments. That's what those are. And then your personality is the same. So if your personality, like mine says 3.5 sun, I would just look that up in human design. I'd be human design dot three, whatever number that you got with sun. That's what I would do under personality. So yes, I know. Yeah, I got it. I made this little map back here. Let me just get it. Hang on. Let me just. I'm forcing in all of this. So when I first started my channel, I actually went over the Rahu K2, and I made this little chart, which I think Dan saw this thing, and Dan was like, "Oh, I'm hungry for pizza now." But anyway, this is my Rahu K2 chart. So the head is K2, and the tail is Rahu. And if you move it, it'll point to sorry, I'm always backwards, the whatever, like Aries, Pisces, blah blah blah, and then I can tell you exactly like what you're looking at. But I made this myself. Sorry. So yeah, I made this myself, and I actually go whenever K2 and Rahu move, I actually do just a little short video about what you're looking at. So, but I made this. So, yes, it's true in English. Anyway, so I made this chart, and then there's your houses and your planets. When the planet is in your house, I also made this one. So, when the planet is in your house, what it means So I made these charts myself. I'm pretty proud of them, but I haven't used them for a while. Um, yeah, because I think it's important for you guys to actually know, your charts and what you're looking at. Lagging. My ear itches. Why are we lagging? Anyway, like a fixed karma chart. Yeah. All right. Is there any other more questions for you guys? Anybody? No? We're good? Oh, man. Oh, you're fine, Taylor. You don't have to apologize. I'll help you out. You don't have to apologize. Trying to do something that's going to cause lag, of course. Hmm. All right. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to get off here then because there's only 8 of us on here, and this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about anyway. So that's fine. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good night. All right. And I will see you Sunday. Don't forget, it is Psychic Sunday where I channel messages. And I actually done a reading for somebody, and they said they really loved the Psychic Sunday channeling messages. That I hit home on a lot of stuff. So I'm glad to get that confirmation. But anyways, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a good night. All right, and I will see you tomorrow between 2 and 3 for Psychic Sunday.